welcome back to the channel. Tonight we are in the kitchen and we are going to be cooking my go-to healthy chili, packed with flavor. It's one of our family's favorite chili. My parents like it, my dad requests it, he takes leftovers home with him. I'm going to show you how to make one batch of it. But here's the beauty of this chili. You can double, triple, quadruple it. You can cook a big old mess of it. It freezes amazing, so you can make it and then freeze half of it or part of it, or, you know, eat all of it. And so if you want to see how to make my version of our favorite healthy chili, keep on watching. Make sure while you're watching to smash the subscribe button.
And leave a notification down below and hit that notification bell. And you won't miss out on any new videos we post here on the channel.
So leave a comment down below, and then when you hit the subscribe button, you can ring the notification bell. That way you don't miss any videos. We do cooking. We do interviews with some of our clients on their weight loss. And most of our recipes are pretty healthy. You know, they helped me lose 161 pounds in 13 months, have helped me maintain a size 2 through a third baby. And some of them are not. Like, sometimes it's all about balance. So sometimes we just throw an unhealthy but delicious recipe in there because you just need it in your life. And so, all right, first thing we're gonna start off with is a pan. You want, depending on how much chili you're cooking, depending on how big you want the pan. Now, you can also do this in a crock pot. You can also do it in a pressure cooker. We're gonna do it in a pan on the stove. So I have a big pan that we're gonna use right here on the stove. And the beauty of this chili, it's kind of like a one-stop pot recipe. You don't got to get a bunch of things dirty. You're going to measure things out and put everything right in the pan. So the first thing we're going to start with is 1 onion cut up. I have a Vidalia onion and it's just sliced up. Want it about like this, diced, so not super small, but so a little chunky. So that's about this onion. Can you dump? So hold on 1 second, Liberty.
I'm the chef.
Oh, she is the sous chef.
So I tell you what to do.
Oh, you're my boss.
Yes. That's what the chef does.
All right, then we're gonna have some lean ground turkey. This is 93% lean, and you want to, I will either, when typically in soups, tacos, I'll do 93.7. And so my favorite place to buy this is actually at Sam's Club because you get the best deal. And so we're gonna put the onions, we're gonna start by putting the onions and the meat inside the pan. So let's shift you down so you can see. Okay, Liberty, go ahead and dump the onions in.
This is, I don't know about this, Mom. They're not very small.
All right, they're gonna cook down though. Then we have our 1 pound of lean ground turkey. We're gonna dump that in.
Let me do it. Oh, that's mushy, isn't it?
Yeah. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this on the burner on medium high heat, and we're gonna start getting this sizzling. You wanna break up your meat and mix it in the onions. And then to this, we're gonna add 4 cloves of crushed garlic. It's okay.
I have something to get the rest out.
We can just use this.
Oh, I want the bowl to get me.
Okay, once we get all of this going, we're gonna add our package of mushrooms. And you can see we've got a lot of mushrooms. We've already sliced these suckers up. We're gonna go right in here. Now at first, it's gonna look like a lot. It's gonna look like we got a lot of mushrooms, but those are gonna cook down to almost nothing. Okay, now to the pot, we're gonna start adding the seasoning. This is where all the flavor is gonna come in. So we have 2 tablespoons of chili powder. We have 2 tablespoons of ground cumin. We have 2 tablespoons of sugar or a sugar substitute, which is what I'm using, a 0-calorie sugar substitute. We have 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1.5 teaspoons of salt with a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, and we're going to dump all of the spices into the pot. Go ahead. Now stir them up.
Now looks cool.
Meat's starting to brown. Onions and mushrooms are cooking down. It smells amazing. Oh, we got a whole mushroom, a rogue mushroom.
What do we do?
Just leave it. And look at how juicy that is already just from the moisture, the water inside of the onions and mushrooms, and it is cooked down so much.
If you guys think this is good, my mom's a real chef. This tastes even better than it looks, which right now it doesn't look so good. So how does that make sense?
You have 2 tablespoons of a tomato paste. Gonna go right inside. Okay, we have 1 cup of a crushed tomato, or you could use a tomato sauce, but I prefer just 1 cup of crushed tomatoes. Mix that in. And you can see our base of our chili is coming together. And it's, if we had smell-o-vision, oh my goodness. All right. Now we're gonna take a 14 to 15 ounce can of diced tomatoes. And I actually prefer the petite sliced. You can use the regular, but the petite are just a little smaller. And we're just gonna dump the whole can of petite tomatoes right into our base of chili. Now we're gonna add 1 can of black beans. You can use kidney beans if you like. I love the black beans inside of here. So 1 drained and rinsed can of black beans. Stir that up.
It's super chunky.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, my goodness.
It looks like always.
Yep. And then we're gonna add, you can either use 1.5 cups of water or 1.5 cups of beef broth. Water is fine. If you wanted the flavor to be a little more depth of flavor, use 1.5 cups of beef broth, which is 15 calories. But again, you can use water here as well. Pour it in. Go ahead and stir that, Liberty.
It looks watery.
And this is the beef broth that we use, and it's 10 calories per cup. So adds an extra 15 calories by using the beef broth. And then our last ingredient, this is optional, but it's 1 cup of corn, 1 cup of sweet corn. So we're gonna go ahead and dump that in.
And you can do frozen if you want.
We do frozen, yep, dump it in. And then give it a little
tap, 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 tap.
Get out of there, corn. Okay, go ahead and mix it up.
It sounds like kernels popping.
Okay. Okay, so here's our chili right here. We got it all, everything added, everything mixed up. I did add another 1.5 cups of water. So now we have 3 cups of liquid, 1.5 cups of broth, 1.5 cups of water. Now you could, if you wanted to, add this entire 4 cups of beef broth or as much water as you want. This really just comes down to preference and how much broth, sauce, whatever you call it, do you want inside of the chili. This for me right here is like my sweet spot. It's where I like it. So about 3 cups of liquid inside of here. I got it. This smells freaking amazing. And normally I would want this to simmer on low for 30 minutes to an hour. So that way the flavors can all mend together. And then I would let it, if I have time. Now you could eat this right now. Like right now you could eat this. But I would want it to be able to simmer a little bit longer. And then my perfect scenario would be to, I thought I'd bring you back up while I was talking. You're not just staring. So my perfect scenario would be to make this in the morning, then let it sit on the stove for hours, and then to heat it back up before we get ready for dinner. So the longer it sits, the more flavorful this is gonna be. But if you're in a pinch and you get home and you just throw everything in the pot and then spoon it out as is, like right now, like we just made this in, like this is a super fast dish. So like what, 15, 20 minutes, we had a chili ready to eat. You can totally eat it. It's gonna taste good. It's just not gonna have that full depth of flavor that takes a little bit of time to develop. So I wanna show you my favorite way to eat this chili. Keeping it on the low the low, whatever. So I'm gonna spoon this out and in a bowl just like this, okay? So that's about 1.5 cups of chili, just like this. Now let me bring you down and show you. Okay, so I have my thing of soup here. Now what I would take is I would take a little bit of Greek yogurt with the ranch mixed in, take a dollop of that and put it right on the top. Then I would take some diced up purple onion, diced really fine, sprinkle that over. And then last, but certainly not least, I would take some of my, here we have some, hold on, let me turn it around so you can see, some diced jalapenos. And I would just take some, and then if you like some heat, I would sprinkle that over. All those toppings, onions and jalapenos are a free food. You have a tiny bit of calories, maybe like, I don't know, 5 in the Greek yogurt. And this is my favorite way. And if you really want to add a little bit more spice to it, you could add a couple of dashes of hot sauce. Let me show you. You could take some Frank's Red Hot, open that up and just dash some hot sauce on it. And there you are. My favorite way to eat this low calorie chili right there. So this whole batch of chili makes 6 servings. Inside of 1 serving is 254 calories. We've got 23 grams of protein, only 5 grams of fat. And look at that, look at that, look at that. It's, I mean, Liberty. Come on, girlfriend, tell me.
I already tried, but
it's so freaking good. You would never know it's a healthy chili. And the thing I love about mushrooms even is mushrooms, when you cook the mushrooms in, it's a lot of mushrooms, which still gives you that like homey comfort food of chili without all the calories. Because we have so many veggies in here, there's not a ton of, you know, high calorie. We have the beans, the corn, and the meat, which is where most of our calories come from. But I'm telling you right here, kid approved, picky husband approved, a father who is a chili snob, loves chili. Like my dad loves chili, and he gets seconds of this freaking healthy chili. 254 calories. You can't beat it with a stick. So make sure to smash the like button. Let us know if there's anything else here on the channel you want to see us make. But this right here, this is a winner chicken dinner in our household.
it's the best.
The best!
It squeezes my heart.
So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to smash that like button before you leave, and we will see you on the next one.
Bye.
Toodles!